Welcome to Green Roots BD, your go-to spot for the latest in celebrity news. From Hollywood buzz to exclusive behind-the-scenes moments, we've got everything you need to stay up to date on your favorite stars. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a story. Let's dive into today's top celebrity headlines.
Donald Trump is back in the spotlight, and his 2024 campaign is shaking up American politics once again. But can he actually make a historic return to the White House, or will the obstacles ahead be too much to overcome? Trump remains the dominant force in the Republican Party, leading in most primary polls. His rallies still draw massive crowds, and his supporters believe he's the only one who can make America great again once more. But this time, he faces unprecedented legal challenges, including multiple indictments that could impact his campaign. The big question is, will his legal troubles help or hurt his chances? Meanwhile, his competition is heating up. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley, and other Republican candidates are fighting for their share of the vote. But so far, none have been able to match Trump's influence. The GOP is divided as some see Trump as the party's future, while others believe it's time to move on. And then there's Joe Biden. A Trump versus Biden rematch is looking more likely, with polls showing a tight race. But this time, swing state voters and independents could decide the outcome. Trump's business empire is also under scrutiny, with lawsuits and financial investigations adding more uncertainty to his campaign. At the same time, he's making a social media comeback, using platforms like Truth Social and even teasing a return to Twitter. Will his online presence give him an edge, or will it spark more controversy? One thing is clear: Trump's 2024 campaign is shaping up to be one of the most dramatic in U.S. history. Will he defy the odds and make a triumphant return, or will his past finally catch up to him? Trump is facing multiple indictments ranging from election interference to business fraud and the handling of classified documents. These cases could carry serious legal and political consequences, but the biggest question remains: will they stop him from winning in 2024? His critics argue these cases expose a pattern of misconduct, proving he is unfit for office. On the other hand, his supporters believe these legal battles are politically motivated, designed to prevent him from reclaiming the White House. Despite the lawsuits, Trump remains the dominant force in the Republican Party, leading in most primary polls and drawing massive crowds at his rallies. But if convicted, could he still run for president? Legally, yes, nothing in the Constitution prevents a convicted felon from running or even serving as president. However, politically, the impact could be huge. Swing voters and key battleground states may ultimately decide whether these legal troubles hurt or help his campaign. Meanwhile, Trump is using these cases as part of his campaign narrative, portraying himself as a victim of a corrupt system. This strategy has kept his base energized, but will it be enough to win the general election? With the election drawing closer, Trump's legal battles are no longer just courtroom fights, they are shaping the political landscape. Will they be his downfall, or will they fuel his comeback? Trump's grip on the Republican Party remains as strong as ever in 2024. Despite facing legal battles and political opposition, he continues to shape the party's direction, influence its policies, and dominate the primary race. Many Republican candidates still align themselves with Trump, knowing his endorsement can make or break a campaign. Even those who challenge him, like Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley, struggle to distance themselves without alienating his loyal base. The Make America Great Again movement isn't just a slogan, it's the defining force of the modern GOP. But not everyone in the party is on board. Some Republicans believe it's time to move on, fearing that Trump's controversies could cost them the general election. This divide is clear in Congress, where Trump-backed candidates clash with more traditional conservatives over the future of the party. Still, polls show that Trump's influence remains unmatched. Whether he wins or loses in 2024, one thing is certain: his impact on the Republican Party will be felt for years to come. The question is, Will the GOP continue to follow his lead, or is the party heading for a major shift? Let us know what you The 2024 election is shaping up to be a historic rematch between Donald Trump and Joe Biden. But who's leading the polls right now? Recent national surveys show a tight race, with some polls giving Trump a slight edge and others favoring Biden. The key battleground states like Pennsylvania, Georgia, and Arizona remain too close to call, making every vote crucial. For Trump, his strong Republican base keeps him competitive. Despite ongoing legal battles, his support among working-class voters and conservatives remains high, but independent voters could be the deciding factor. Biden, on the other hand, is focusing on his record of economic recovery, job growth, and international diplomacy, but concerns over inflation, border security, and his approval ratings could impact his chances. With months to go before Election Day, the race is still wide open. Will Trump's legal troubles slow him down? Can Biden hold on to key swing states? The 2024 election could come down to the wire. Donald Trump has never been far from controversy, and throughout his political career, he has made headlines for moments that divided the nation. Let's take a look back at some of his most controversial moments. One of the biggest controversies came in 2016 with the Access Hollywood tape, where leaked recordings nearly derailed his campaign. Despite the backlash, Trump went on to win the presidency. Then, in 2017, his administration's travel ban targeting several Muslim-majority countries sparked protests and legal battles. Critics called it discriminatory, while supporters argued it was about national security. In 2020, Trump faced intense criticism for his handling of the COVID-19 pandemic. His downplaying of the virus, clashes with health officials, and pushback against lockdowns became a major political issue. And of course, the events of January 6, 2021, remain one of the most defining moments of his presidency. His speech before the Capitol riot led to his second impeachment, making him the only U.S. president impeached twice. Despite all the controversies, Trump remains one of the most influential figures in American politics. With the 2024 election approaching, will his past controversies hurt his chances, or will they fuel his comeback? Donald Trump's relationship with the media has always been one of tension and drama. From the moment he entered the political spotlight, he has been at odds with major news outlets, often calling them fake news and accusing them of bias. The media, in turn, has scrutinized every aspect of his life, from his business dealings to his policies and behavior in office. Trump's combative style, often using social media to bypass traditional news channels, has only intensified the battle. During his presidency, Trump's frequent clashes with reporters became a hallmark of his administration. He would often lash out at journalists during press conferences, labeling them the enemy of the people. His disdain for outlets like CNN and the New York Times became widely known, and in many cases, his supporters rallied behind him, echoing his distrust of mainstream media. Even after leaving office, Trump's war with the media continues. His return to platforms like Truth Social, along with his occasional jabs at the press, shows that he's not backing down. As the 2024 election draws closer, the media will continue to play a pivotal role in shaping public opinion. Will Trump's ongoing battle with the press hurt his chances, or will it strengthen his outsider image in the eyes of his supporters? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.